footsteps, and I just want to make sure we take a moment to honor you. Yes. So thank you for being here. Thank you for the work that you've done. Thank you for believing in yourself enough to create something that has now benefited all of these people.
Well, I would just like to say we challenged a story in the New York Times that said, why don't you have more diversity in country music? And the powers that be that ran the record company said, well, really it's not about African Americans. They can't sing it. We can't find credible black country singers. It's just not about them. And so that led me on a journey to research the African American contribution to country music, which I was astonished at so many of the things that I learned. And I knew that someday in the future nobody would believe me. So I filmed everything that I did. So it's documented now. It is on film. Every show we did is on film, all the way down to being exhibitors at the CMA Music Fest and having our own booths there. And people come up and going, well, why is not more black people? We're like, you tell us. You know, and so it does my heart well to see you here today. Yes. Because this is something that never happened. I've been here 40 years. I never saw what happened today until today. I never wrote with anybody. I couldn't write with the music writers. I couldn't write with the black writers. Because what did I bring to a black writer if I wasn't a staff writer that would help them? Nothing. See what I'm saying? So to see this spirit of community here today is a beautiful thing. I never thought I'd see it in my lifetime. I really didn't. And I would just say to you to concentrate on your emerging audience and your emerging, the blending of the genres that you're doing. Find your audience. That is the most important work you can ever do. That will bring so much not only to you, but to the entire country music genre. 25 years ago, I had a sign up in our booth that said, the Simmons survey said that 17 to 24% of 32 million African Americans love and support country music. That's right. But most of them didn't feel welcome in the genre because they didn't see a reflection of themselves.
That's right.
So the most important thing you can do is establish an audience that makes a dent on Billboard magazine, that makes a dent in Rolling Stone. Because you're not going to be taken seriously till you get to that level. Am I right, Tracy?
You're right.
I'm right.
Unfortunately.
So I did have a call from a lady in New York with a coffee house, and I thought, wow, things are changing. She's an African American woman with a coffee house, and she said, I'm committed all summer to having black country singers in my coffee house every Saturday. That's your emerging, excuse the expression, chitlin circus, where everybody can go sing.
That's right.
You have to have a place to go sing where you are welcome, where you can move product, where people will come out, where the radio, the TV, the magazines, the newspapers will come out and support you. So I was looking at all of this. I saw it all these years ago. And I mean, I went to everything alone. I would go to like the Country Music Radio Seminar. I had booths there. I had booths in the CMA Music. I mean, I went to everything that I could go to. I went to the Country Music Town Hall meetings and stood up. I'd be the only black person in the room and say, I don't know why you don't have African Americans in country music. Because country music does not belong to one people. The South does not belong to one people. There's a whole different story of the South you've never heard about. And it's not negative, it's the beauty of overcoming. As you know, we all say to each other, the weak ones died on the way. So we are survivors of strong people. So I am happy to see you here today. I'm really so excited. I've already messaged Valerie. I wish she was here. I represent Valerie Ellis Hawkins, who is one of our singers from the BCMA days, because I feel like, you know, when Rolling Stone said to me, well, are you going to be with all these young country singers? I said, well, first of all, how can we go forward into the future when we haven't told the story of the past? I said, no, I'm staying with my lane. I represent the gap. The gap is those that were here between Charlie Pride and Darius Rucker. That never got a chance, that never even had anything, a developmental deal, never got on Music Row, couldn't be taken seriously, couldn't get in an office, were ignored all day long. If you got into a publisher company, they ignored you. So I'm trying to sit here and say, you know what? Build on everything that you have here and take it everywhere you go with you proudly. Sing your music from the core of your heart. Because that's one thing that color can't touch. If it's a great song sung by a great singer that touches somebody's life, excuse the expression, but they're not going to give a damn what color you are.
Right.
And I know that is the truth right there.
Yes, ma'am. Preach.
So keep going.
Right.
This is one of my own songs right here. This is, believe it or not, this is a B&G song.
She said,
I wanted Leanne Womack to sing this song so bad. I forgot what it was like to be pleasantly surprised. Thank you for the roses. They almost made me cry. I forgot what it was like to talk away at night. Thank you for the closeness, 'cause I forgot what love was like. I forgot what it was like to have someone by my side. You said not to worry, that it would be alright. I forgot what it was like to hold someone this tight. You said not, you were in no hurry, 'cause I forgot what love was like. Long time ago, I guess I used to know I lost all until you touched my soul. I forgot what it was like, so I apologize for doubting your proposal. I forgot what love was like. Thank you for the roses. I forgot what love was like. I accept your proposal. I forgot what love was like. Yeah.
Thank you so much for being here. So I think it's so important to have you here in the midst of all this because, like I said, you started all of this, and none of us would be here if not for you. And I'm glad that you are getting to see that we are making those connections now. And for all of them to be able to connect with you is major. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
Well, thank you all. Y'all now. I want to help you develop this new whatever. It's there.
Yes.
It's always been there.
It's always been there. Now we just have to
Harness it.
create it.
Harness it.
And I think what you said about the audience, because you like what you hear, you like what you see, and if the audience ain't seeing, and they're there, that's our big thing that we talk about.
Tracy, does everybody know you? Introduce yourself.
Hi, Tracy.
I'm friends with Frankie. That's right now. I do this like I'm dying at Frankie's. I'm Tracy Gershon. You guys, I founded. I'm a co-founder of something called Change the Conversation about the women inequity in country music, and then I'm a founder of Nashville Music Equality to take it further. That's where I met Frankie and known. And I will say, as the white Jewish girl that moved from LA in 1988, in the good old, and I asked the same question. I go, I never experienced that growing up, and I'm like, where are the people of color? And
Except for
not they. I got the answer. They don't do country music. And I'm like, Charlie, like I was so naive, and felt the same way, and kept asking the question. And then it was, and I know that it's, from being a talent scout at major labels and always signing stuff a little bit outside the box, they like to put everything in a box that they understand and it's easy. And if they didn't see more, where do we market? Where's the market? So that was part of our work at Enemy, is like there is a market, because the music's here, by the way. It's not it's here. I've heard some of it from some, and I had to do a deep dive as I did a song, as I've gotten more involved in asking friends and becoming, everybody turns me on to somebody else. It's an amazing community that I didn't know existed, and I'm trying to do the work.
Right.
So, but I have found that the music and the creativity is so here and so good, and so, I have to say, above half the shit I'm hearing.
Right.
3/4 of the shit I'm hearing on the radio. I'm just saying
Yes,
it.
exactly right.
It
You're
is.
right. You're right.
And the good news now, Frankie, different in your time, is we don't need some of those gatekeepers like
Yes,
we did before.
yes,
You
yes,
needed the
yes.
gatekeepers because there was nothing
We
else.
did. That's right.
There's other ways, and I'm trying to do what I can, and anybody help and be an ally and learn and just do, because I kind of gave up on country music. That's why I've kind of switched in Americana. I have a publishing company with Brandy Carlisle, who is a wonderful ally who's walking the walk, and I'm just trying to learn and do help. So anyone come see me, but Frankie, like like Holly, who's doing great work. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Because, and I'm glad you get to see it and bestow this, because I know I can't imagine how hard, it's hard now, but how hard it was for you.
Yes.
And how brave you were, because look.
I just got tired of it. I just got tired. I got tired of being like, here's my CD. Can you listen to it? Well, then why do you want to do this? I'm like, you know what? I had to tell a few publishers, this is the city that ran Buddy Holly out of here.
Yeah.
This is the city that turned Elvis down.
Wow.
I told him to go back to Memphis and be a truck driver. This is the city that couldn't even hear Willie.
Yep.
Told
That's
Willie
right.
Nelson didn't want to release the redheaded
That's right.
street.
That's
If
right.
you don't get them, how you gonna get the chocolate cowgirl?
Right.
First publisher I ever played the song for looked at me and said, "You didn't write it." I said,
Wow.
"You don't,
Wow.
you don't believe this is my music?" He said, "You didn't write that. You can't write a song like that." And I said,
Oh my God.
"You believe I stole somebody else's song and brought it to you?" I said, "Your daddy told Elvis to go back to Memphis." That's why they probably blackballed me because I act so crazy. But you take so much, and then you say, okay, this is it. Don't cross this line. Don't say nothing stupid to me today. You never say it.
I worked with Alice Randall. I don't know if you guys know who Alice Randall is.
Yeah, she wrote X's and O's.
Songwriter when I was at Sony Tree, and let me tell you, when I tell people about set her up with co-writes until they saw her and they went, well, she can't write country music.
See? That's what
I mean,
I'm talking
I saw it. I saw it
Yeah.
firsthand, felt it, and she you know, and then of course, even if having a hit under her belt, it was hard.
That's crazy.
You know,
Yeah.
I mean, I think she was smarter than anybody knew, and that was the problem. If you know Alice Randall, you can't keep up with that dang brain. She's just like intimidating. But we talked about it, how hard it was to just,
It's crazy.
yeah.
I had one of our singers. I said, "Who's your?" God, he could sing. I said, "Who's your favorite?" Because when I challenged the story, I said, "I know where to go get country singers. I'm from North Carolina."
Hey.
I went down there to Trinity, North Carolina, and got them brothers that grew up in tobacco fields with race cars and rodeos. Brought them out here in jeans and plaid shirts and Garth Brooks hats and boots. I never been out here before, but I love Merle Haggard. And so I asked one guy, I said, "Who's your favorite singer?" He said, "Hank Jr." I said, "Okay, I'm gonna get you in this concert." And we were backstage at a Hank Jr. concert. And this guy was looking at us and he was like, now Merle Kilgore was cool. He was like, welcome backstage. I hope you get to meet Hank and everything. But this guy kept looking at us and he said, "What are you people doing?" I said, "Well, what is a you people? What is that?" And he said, "Well, what are you doing back here?" I said, "His favorite singer is Hank Jr." He said, "Well, who is he?" I said, "He's my favorite singer, my favorite country singer." I said, "I'm just gonna start. I'm gonna go let's go on and take it to the next level." You know what I'm saying? So he said, "Him?" I said, "Him." He said, "It's gonna be hard for a colored man." I said, "Okay, wait. Colored in the 50s, baby.
Right.
Black in the 60s. African American in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. We back to black." So then he said, "Well, I write for a major magazine." I'm not gonna call the name of it. I write for a major magazine. If he's any damn good, send me something on my rep. I said, "We've already had 3 pages in that magazine. All about us out of New York." He said, "Okay, well, why you want a Yankee to write about you?" I said, "You still fighting the Civil War? Y'all lost." Then I walked out, stood in the corner and glared at him like, "What you gonna do?" What? So see, I mean, if I wasn't blackballed, I am now, you know, because they know me on me. Oh yeah, they know me. They know me. I used to be in town hall summits, and the heads of record labels would run. I'm like, "I'm not gonna touch you. I'm not gonna bite you.
No.
I just want you to listen to this song. These people on this CD, you know." So but when I got it, and this is what you'll see as well. When I got it, one of my friends was a lobbyist, and he booked us to come to the Mid-South Fair in Memphis, the largest fair in the state of Tennessee. And in the beginning, when everybody said, "Well, who's going to be in the band?" I said, "I got to have country players. And I got to have country players that can read charts and write charts, and I got to have great songs." So I decided I was going to go to Music Row and get the songs. I could figure out this is second tenor, this is like a Vince Gill. Okay, did you have anything on hold in this publishing company for Vince Gill that didn't make his album? Because I know what didn't make his album just as good as what's on the album, right? So I went and I matched all this music up with these singers, right? Now, so now if you hate the Music Row, y'all wrote it, so yeah, I ain't got to deal with that, right? And so we went down to Memphis, and this is when I knew I was not crazy. This is a huge fair. The first night we were in the Anheuser-Busch beer tent, a couple thousand people standing around. We walked in, the whole band is white, all the singers, backup singers is black. And everybody shut up. They went, "What are y'all?" I said, "What do you think we are?" They said, "Black country comedians." I said,
Oh, no.
Wow.
Black country rappers." I said,
Wow.
"Are you actors?" I said, because it wasn't in the psyche that these people could sing country music.
Wow.
This was 1998.
Right.
Wow. Okay? We were setting up, we got everything set up. And you know me and my loud mouth. I got him on stage. I said, "Ladies and gentlemen from Nashville, Tennessee, the black country music." And Valerie always sang our theme song. This is our theme song. "I am a daughter of the South, born and bred, stand up straight and proud. My roots run deep beneath the Dixie dirt, where all my peoples to be living under the southern sun, where the earth is lush and green, and everything I ever dreamed I ever would become is under the southern sun, where the water's capped with diamonds, and beyond the blue horizon there is hope for everyone. Under the southern sun, under the southern sun. I got one by one, and I literally saw people going out betting money. Those are black people in there singing. I was in the corner cracking up laughing. And this one man came to me, he said, "Ma'am, I don't mean no harm, but that is a beautiful woman that just sung. Do you think I could dance with her?" I said, "That's her husband, go and ask him." And Chris said, "Yeah, you can dance with my wife. Go on, baby, and dance with him." I mean, and that's what I'm saying about it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter in a you don't know whose life you changing when you sing a song. You don't know who had a horrible day and you touch their life and change their life forever. It'd be a memory they'll come back to over and over and over again. So don't give up. I don't care. Look at me. Look how old I am. I'm 67 years old.
Really
I'm gonna do my music till I fall off the piano bench on the floor.
I need to cover that song.
Oh my gosh. No, we all need to cover that song. We all need to cover that song.
You know what? But let me tell you something. This is what I was seeing when we were singing that song. I was seeing Martin marching. I was seeing Daddy King. I was seeing people running for office. I was seeing the things that are happening today. You know what I'm saying? I was seeing our history. Because, under the sun, I was seeing Morehouse College in Spelman. I was seeing all that, and I was seeing the videos being produced, you know what I'm saying, with the marching bands and just the stories of our life and overcoming every kind of hellacious adversity you can think of, and we're still here.
Yes, we are.
So yeah, if you want that song, I'll make sure you get a copy of that song. Thank you.
We do that song.
I think everyone should cover that song. It should be everyone should cover that song. Yeah.
Hey, you guys.
It would be an honor.
When I was talking about Nashville music, well, yeah, you see, this is Gina Miller, one of the
Hi, Gina.
When I go to, I ask questions all the time about Gina. I'm like,
Gina, speak up. Tell them about what you're doing, girl.
Yes. Look. Woo. Well. Hey,
Go ahead and get bucked,
Hello.
Gina. I love Gina.
Get
I love you so much. Listen, I'm from Memphis, so Get Buck is what you do. Well, let's see. Where do we start this whole thing, Tracy?
well, Frankie called me out because
Oh, she called you out?
and then I talked about Nashville just briefly. I didn't know you were standing there because I wanted, maybe you just.
All right, so here's a
Gina's
quick rundown. I'm Gina, first and foremost.
Gina.
And I am Senior Vice President and General Manager at Entertainment One, which will soon become a whole nother name come Monday. But for today, we're Entertainment One. And I have been here in Nashville for 25 years. Born and raised in Memphis. I always say that because that's important to my story. And being in Memphis, I grew up in the hood, could walk to Stax Records from my mama's house, has been the soundtrack. That neighborhood absolutely was the soundtrack for everything that is in me today. Along with Tracy, we have co-founded with some other incredible people, Nashville Music Equality. Tracy and I probably both also intersect in a lot of other spaces, which is what happens when you're enthralled in Music City. But what I think, I'm just excited. Holly knows I love her and this initiative and all the things that are represented and all of you that are represented here. If I could tell you one thing, I'm going to tell you some things that don't have nothing to do with me and who I do. We can talk about that later. It has nothing to do with what I want to share with you now. If I leave you with one thing while I'm standing here, is that nothing will be wasted. Nothing will be wasted. You are not too late. You have not been left out. You are not the least. and you ain't been left. So please know that everything that you have gone through, everything you have learned, everything that you are unlearning, everything that you have recorded, everything that you still have is a thought in a phone, everything that somebody did for you that was wonderful, everything that was done to you that you still are vexed over, I promise you, that's vaccination, y'all. Like somebody just texted me about public vaccination. Okay? Everything, trust that everything that you need, you really already have. You already have. You've already done it. You've already experienced it. Everything that you need. They don't have nothing to do with what you wishing for. It's a whole other thing. It's a whole other thing that's happened to you. But I promise you, everything that you need, you already have access to. Take that. I remind myself of that every single day. And true enough, I'm going to also suggest that if there's a principle that I believe in. For some of us, it'll be principle. For some of us, it'll be biblical. It's still whatever it is. Write things down. I shared on the call this morning that there are some things that I dreamt about for Americana, for my own life, for music in 2017, 2018. Those notes are in my phone right now. You can look them up. I can show them to you. They're dated. I am living them out now. Go ahead, girl. I am living them out now. So I can tell you, write them. When they happen, don't believe them. I'm going to encourage you, just keep writing. Keep writing. Keep writing your dreams. Keep writing your songs. Hey, my Marcus. Keep writing every good thing, every confusing thing, every unsure thing, everything that somebody said no to. Write all of that. Because those no's will soon become yeses. Those dreams will soon become reality. And the very thing that was just a thing in your phone, I promise you, if you hold on to it long enough, it'll become a building right down the road. Right down the road. We moved into that office. We moved into our office 4 years ago, right here in the division. It was not even cut out yet. They had a plan on the paper that said a bridge would be connecting Division to 8th, and this was going to happen, and all these renderings of stuff that we literally rode into a construction site. Like, oh, okay, let's do this. Now, that bridge is there. What was dirt is now a paved road. There are apartments coming all around. 4-star, 5-star hotels all around.
That's right.
Someone had a vision that somebody had to buy into.
That's right.
And it took somebody like me to look at that vision and go, okay, I'm going to buy into it too. Someone has some need of something that you already have in your mind to do.
Go ahead.
Somebody does. There is something right now that the world is waiting for that only you possess.
That's right.
That only you possess.
That's right.
Your thing might be similar, but guess what? All these things right here are different. That makes your thing different. That makes your thing different. That makes your thing different.
That's right.
So I just want to encourage all of us who also may feel like we're doing something very similar to the person next to us, around us. Proximity matters not.
That's right.
Do your thing, because right down the street, there's a whole street called West End. There are 14, 16, 18 hamburger restaurants. They all do hamburgers. That doesn't have nothing to do with the fact that there are also about 16 sit-down restaurants that sell hamburgers.
That's right.
Let's see. Hotels, the restaurants, the hamburger joints. Even we probably include a few other random things, right? My point is, don't let that stop you.
That's right.